Hi everyone, it's Bert from Season Gaming, and welcome to Bitcast 75. Joined as usual with the same crew we always have, Dan Tacular, Bainsley this week over there. Had a bit of a rowdy night last night.
A little bit.
And Bert, as always, I'm pretty boring this week. So we're going to talk about the news this week like we always do. No review for this week, but we do have a pretty fun listener question, and we'll talk about it right after our news. So let's jump straight to the news, and what all three of us probably consider one of our favorite games of all time is finally coming to PC. Now, there is a caveat, and it might be a caveat for you if you're one of those PC gamers that hates the 15 launchers that exist today. So let's start with that news first. So there is a Rockstar Games launcher that is now out. You can get it today, and you can already get a whole bunch of games, but the game that I'm specifically talking about is Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming to PC, and that is going to be on November 5th. I had to look at my dates because I thought it was November 8th for some reason, but it is November 5th, but you can get the Rockstar Games launcher today. So let's talk about the games launcher really quick, and then we'll talk about Red Dead, which is, I guess, the big news here as far as what you're getting for that. So, Dan, I know you've been jumping a little bit more into PC gaming than a bit more than Ains and myself, but do you see yourself potentially getting this Rockstar Games launcher? Do you have it already? What do you see yourself doing here?
Probably not. It's so much more convenient for me to play it on the console. If it was something new, I might try it out. I've got Borderlands 3 now for the PC and for the Xbox. I've been kind of dabbling a little bit.
Is there cross progression?
It's not cross progression, so I got to start a whole new character. Yeah, but you know, I'm just kind of starting to dabble into it a little bit. It's not, you know, something that the launcher thing. I never really understood it until now, so it is kind of annoying. But at the same time, you know, this is great for PC players that haven't had the chance to play it. It's probably going to look outstanding on those high-end rigs. So just keep it coming, man. You know, I mean, from now on, though, with that launcher, I'm wondering if every release from here on out will be, you know, day and date, you know, on the PC as well. It's like the console releases.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
We know, we know for sure that GTA 6 will knock it, you know, everyone will download it for that.
100%.
Yeah, I don't know. On the launcher front, it was kind of funny. I think we've talked about before where you have all these core ones, EA, Ubisoft, obviously goes without saying Steam and stuff, but it was like, all right, what other company will create a launcher? And if there's one company that can do it with their own portfolio, it's Rockstar, because people will download it to play Red Dead 2, especially once they start offering mods for it, because the modding community will go nuts. And then GTA 6, it goes without saying, will bring everyone to the launcher. So, yeah, I'm not going to play on PC. I'm perfectly happy, you know, with it on the X, and hopefully they do some upgrades when Scarlet and PS5 hit. But, you know, cool that PC players who are dedicated PC players finally get to play.
Yeah, so just a bit of news on if you do reserve Red Dead Redemption 2. So first of all, if you get the games launcher today, you can get Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for free. That is the introductory thing they're doing for the actual launcher itself. But, and I need to look at my notes here because there's so much here. If you pre-order Red Dead Redemption 2, you also get 2 free Rockstar PC titles with it. So you would get out of these, Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas you're already getting, but Bully's Scholarship Edition, L.A. Noire, and Max Payne 3 Complete Edition. So if you are wanting to get those, you get those for a limited time. The other things that have been talked about is there will be some enhancements for the PC Red Dead Redemption. They haven't said exactly what those are. They've only said graphically and technical enhancements. That's all they're really telling us. Assuming you're probably going to get a higher resolution maybe if you run on PC and your rig can actually handle that. Just keep in mind most PC gamers today are on a 1080p monitor. So if you're going to be jumping to a 4K screen or something crazy like that, just make sure you have the right kind of equipment for that. But sounds cool. I mean, I know that the funny thing is when Red Dead Redemption 2 was released for console and not PC, I heard a number of people that were like, well, I got to go get the X now because I want to play on really high resolution. And there was a pretty big difference between the X versus the Pro. And so there was a few extra Xbox sales during that time that I was surprised. And I'm sure there was PlayStation sales as well. But it was funny to see the PC crowd be like, oh, crap, I actually have to get a console to play this game.
Well, it's native 4K on X1X.
Right, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I think it's pretty hard to argue that any game looks better from like the world perspective than Red Dead. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it's kind of the other funny thing I heard people like Van mention. He's like, can't wait to play it at 144 frames. I'm like, have you played Red Dead 2? Because that's not the game where 144 frames is going to make that much of a difference. It's a very slow and methodical game.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like a first-person competitive shooter. So that's kind of what I mean. If there were a huge jump up, you know, from the X, but being native 4K on the OLED already and knowing the type of game, it's just not enough reason to play it on PC. Though, what I am looking forward to seeing is like ultra-wide support. Those guys who have like the 21:9 monitors, because like Witcher 3 on PC is stunning when that ultra-wide. So it'd be cool to see Red Dead like that.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I've seen some of the Witcher 3 stuff in 4K with that crazy monitor, and just seeing the world come to life in front of you was just mind-blowing.
It's amazing.
It's like art. You can just leave Witcher running as a backdrop or something.
Yep.
So, cool. Well, that's the big news. If you were interested in it, take a look at our site. We have everything linked to the Rockstar page if you want more information as far as you know, what games you might be interested in. Maybe you're a big Rockstar fan and want to see if one of your old games is there. Most of the stuff is there, so you are able to see and get the stuff from the PC launcher. So take a look. Other big news this week, and I guess this was the start of the week, the biggest bombshell at Monday-Tuesday range, was Shawn Layden is stepping down from Sony. So if you've been following the media these days with what's going on Sony, PlayStation, and you know Xbox and Nintendo, Shawn Layden's been the guy that's been kind of the center of the stage for all the Sony announcements and stuff, and he is stepping down. A lot of speculation if he retired, if he was fired, if there was some kind of negative stuff that happened because he was leaving. I'm not sure how much we can speculate on that without knowing the exact details, but this is a big piece of news, as Shawn Layden seems like the guy that was trying to bridge the gap and kind of bridge gaming in general and staying away from Sony's old school, let's keep everything just Sony mentality. But what do you guys have on this one? I mean, this was a big thing for me. I know, like I said, he's been trying to change stuff to be more friendly, and I was kind of very open to that. But this seems like a big piece of news.
Yeah, it's, as you said, it's kind of odd because they didn't really officially say what happened. There was an announcement that he was leaving, but then stepping down, and then someone said he was, you know, it was like kind of forced out, and it came at a time when another executive out in the Japanese branch of Sony left as well. And I don't know, just really kind of strange. Sony's very good at managing a message, though. We've seen that in all fronts, and so if there is anything negative here, they kind of didn't let it come out that way. But it is strange, you're right, because Shawn Layden's the guy who's talked about crossplay and talked about, you know, the future of the console and what PlayStation looks like 10 years from now, and then suddenly he's gone. Very, very weird. I think there's definitely something here, we just don't know what it is. But it is sad. Layden has been there for a very long time, like 20-some years, I think. He was an industry icon. He was up there, you know, with Reggie and Phil, kind of promoting just, you know, cross-platform gaming, and so it's kind of sad to see him go.
Yeah, I'll just echo what you guys said. It stinks because the guy seemed like a good dude. You know, Sony's always been one of those companies that, you know, will basically take the, you know, the top reign and then just step on your throat. And that's how they do it. You know, and they just keep going and going, and they just like, nope, I'm going to do that. And, you know, it almost sounds like Layden was almost like one of those guys that was trying to be like, hey, the industry is changing 100%. And I think he realized that. And I think, you know, this is all speculation. I think that's maybe what happened, you know, and Sony maybe still wants to have that mentality of, you know, we're just going to keep pounding and pounding and pounding, you know, but eventually that's going to come to a point where it's not going to work, you know, and that'll be unfortunate for us as gamers if that ever happens.
Something about only being able to shear a sheep or something.
Yeah, something like that. That wasn't on the list. But yeah, you know what? I mean, I hope he does well wherever he goes. I'm sure he can go pretty much anywhere he wants to at this point, except for Sony. But you know, I wish him well. He seemed like a great dude. I love those industry heads that, you know, are more personable and, you know, relate to the fans a little bit better. You know, he seems like a gamer, so respect, man.
Didn't he? And he gave the keynote at DICE this year, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, something's odd here. something happened for sure. And it was kind of weird too because the same day they started quoting Jim Ryan, the head of the UK Sony, who's known as he's not very popular in the gaming community. He's the guy who said, "Why would you want to play old games?" and talk down on crossplay. And he just he's. I don't know why you get rid of Layden and then you've got quotes from Jim Ryan who nobody likes. Really odd.
Yeah, and just for people wondering, what the speculation is that there was an internal power struggle between him and Jim Ryan. Like I said, we don't know the details. This is probably one of those stories that stuff will poke out in 6 months to a year, maybe even after that, and find out what the actual issue was. But we don't know. And the funny thing, and I think we talked about this on chat this week, is they haven't named a successor. We don't know who that person's going to be yet. If there's someone that maybe has the title already and they're holding it back, whether it's an internal hire or an external hire, we don't really know. But it does seem like there's something going on at the offices at Sony, and we just don't know about it. And I guess that remains to be seen. So some interesting stuff here.
I thought PS Bra got the position. Did we know?
Yeah.
We didn't confirm that?
That's right. He did have a little news announcement on Twitter. We'll make sure.
Should link that somewhere.
He's changing things all over the company already. There's a complete restructure happening.
I know NAC 3's coming. That's all I know.
Anyways, well, that's actually an easy segue for us. So, Sony, and not the bra news, but Sony. Speaking of bra, and here we have bra. Hey, bra, how's it going? So PlayStation Now did get a substantial discount of 50% cheaper subscription service. And if you have not been familiar with PlayStation Now, it's actually been around for a long time. And it is their streaming and now downloadable service that you can get from a subscription type system. And I guess the easiest way to compare it is Game Pass, but Game Pass is a bit different. But with PlayStation Now, you do have access to PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4 games. It wasn't until the past 6 months to a year or so that you could actually download those games and play them on your system. You can also play on your PC with no PlayStation console. So if you're a PC owner and you're wanting to actually play some of these games, you can actually just get the PlayStation Now service and play it remotely from your actual PC. So that's some good news. And the other big news on this is that they have added some hits on here. So God of War has been added, Uncharted, and also Sucker Punch's infamous Second Son, which is, I think, almost a launch title. So it's kind of weird that it hasn't been on there yet. But cost-wise, though, I did say cut in 50%. So if you don't know what it used to cost, it was $20 a month. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, $100 a year, so $99.99. And if you get it now, it's $10 a month or $60 a year. So the overall yearly subscription is not 50% off what the monthly is. But it has been fixed quite a bit throughout the years. I don't think the technology is exactly where we want it to be today. But I think it is pretty impressive from a cost perspective that you can get this at almost $5-6 a month if you do buy the yearly subscription, which most people do. That are getting the subscription services. But what do you guys think here? Are you guys going to give this a try? Are the games too old for you and you really don't have an interest? Or what are you guys thinking?
I was never really interested in PS Now, but they're starting to make it more attractive, right? The fact that you can download your games is the biggest thing for me. I don't want to stream while I'm sitting at home because it's just unreliable. So the fact that you can download most of the games now is good news to me. And $60 for a year, so $5 a month. I mean, hell, that's next to nothing for this many games. So now the only thing is, like you said, is in terms of new games, they're still not getting first party day and date like Game Pass, which is the biggest thing for me. So I don't know if I'm going to get enough play out of it to even warrant having it because I'm already tied up with so many games as it is. But I think it's still a very attractive option now at $5 a month for the number of games you can get. And like you said, with PS3 or PS2 and PS3 libraries on there, it makes it pretty interesting too. So I need to check it out and look exactly what games I may play on it, but I just haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same boat. I haven't really looked and I mean, it's a hell of a deal. Even Shu got it, man.
Yeah, that's right. He responded to my post on Twitter.
See? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shu. All right, yeah, well, I mean, now it's a good deal, so now the guys at Sony are...
Shu's like, it wasn't very good value before.
It really wasn't getting in on that. I had to talk to some people, but you know what? I mean, it's cool, man. I mean, this is awesome. It's like cutting it in half like that. That's nuts. I'm not a huge streaming guy either, but we'll see. I mean, I might pick it up for $60. I bet you'll find it for $50 or $45 somewhere, on a sale. for like a year pass or something at some point.
I thought PlayStation stopped doing that.
Did they?
Remember, you can only buy the digital stuff from them directly now. You can buy PSN credit, but you can't buy games or services.
You can get on Amazon right now and buy a
Right.
pass, right? Like a year
You can
pass?
buy PSN credit, but you can't buy any digital games on PlayStation.
No. I meant like a year pass.
To PS Now?
Yeah, the PS Now.
Oh.
Because I know they have that. I saw that on Amazon the other day.
I got you. I just didn't know if it ran cheaper, that's all.
That's what I don't know.
I got you.
Sometimes they would have.
I'll get on board here eventually, guys. Sorry.
We'll have,
You guys okay over there?
It's a long night.
I don't know what we're talking
What's going on over there? It's like the Bainsley side effect. The venom in your veins is still kicking in a little bit.
Oh, man. Anyway, it's a good deal. And if you want to play some PS2 games, which I might, go pick it up, man. Right now. Bring it on.
Yeah, so here's the funny thing with me. Ains, you're talking about the launch titles. So one of the things that I've taken advantage of Game Pass for is older games that have come out maybe in the past 6 months to a year that I didn't touch, and now I'm coming back to them and really getting a lot of it. I wonder if PlayStation gamers will kind of do the same. Maybe there's a game they didn't touch for a while. It gets added to PSN now, and they might go back and play it. I mean, if you look at the PlayStation 4 catalog, it's decent. It's not amazing quite yet, but it's getting there. But if there's maybe a game that you didn't touch and you are using this service, it might be good to check that out. That's one of the best things about Game Pass, and I'm sure PlayStation now eventually. But with PlayStation touting their exclusives so much, it's not like Xbox goes around and says, check out our exclusives. PlayStation does this. So you think that they would maybe think about this a little bit more from a day in day in when it comes out. That's something you definitely want to check out and think about that they'll be doing that. Last of Us coming out, Ghost of Tsushima. We've got Death Stranding coming. If those come out even maybe a week after or something, that'll definitely get a lot more subscribers in there. But I think the subscription model still felt relatively new for Sony, and if they want to take advantage of that. But yeah, definitely some room for improvement. $5 a month is nothing. That's chump change. That's tax on people's lunch sometimes. So.
What are you eating for lunch?
Yeah.
I don't know. Y'all remember when you used to be able to get lunch for like $5 somewhere? Hell no, that thing's like $10
not anymore.
now, $12, $15.
You get a sub at Subway. Cold cut combo.
Yeah.
It's gross. Not a sponsor.
Gross.
Yeah.
Gross. Subway's now. Look. Anyways.
Ever since Jared left, they've gone downhill.
It's been crap.
I'll leave that one alone.
I miss you.
Some jokes that could have followed that up that are just not appropriate. So, anyways, if you are a PlayStation Now gamer, let us know if you've noticed a difference in the service quality, maybe software, maybe technology that you're using. We have seen a few people said that the PC streaming is now nearly flawless, but there's still you can definitely detect lag at points. But let us know what you think and what the service has done. I'm curious to see what they've done and how that old price tag was legitimized at some point, because that's kind of crazy to think about. But anyways, moving on to some just fun news here. So with Terminator Dark Fate right around the corner, the T-800 has hit Mortal Kombat 11. We did have a trailer come out this week that finally showcased some of his gameplay. They showed his X-ray move. They showed his fatality. It looks all pretty fantastic, and I was kind of weirded out at first. I was like, how is the T-800 going to fit in the Mortal Kombat universe? Surprisingly fits really well. So if you've been playing a lot of games these days, it seems like Terminator's all over the place, but this is actually out for early access next week, or this coming week, depending on when you're listening. And it will be available for everybody within that next week as well. So have you guys seen this trailer? What do you think? I mean, it looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was strange to see kind of Arnold, right, like in the game. But like you said, it fits well. It looks good. I have the Ultimate Edition of Mortal Kombat 11, so I own this, but I don't know if I'm going to get back to play it. I may log on just to check it out, but NetherRealm's just really good in this regard. They always make things kind of look and feel good. They've really gotten this down to a science, I think, with Mortal Kombat and Injustice, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, cool.
I don't think Dan's checking it out.
I don't even have the game, but yeah, cool.
Dan's like, yes. Well, the trailer is fun. I mean, even if you don't play it, the trailer is fun to watch. I mean, I have a buddy who literally all he watches with Mortal Kombat 11 is just the fatalities. So
I'm the same way.
By the way.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. The other day he was over at my house and he was like, "Oh man, this looks cooler in person." I was like, "That's what happens when you actually game versus just watch a stream. It looks completely different." But anyways, he's out October 6th, like I said. October 8th. Today's October 6th. And check him out if you are looking for the DLC character. So Another one that I don't have a lot of details for, but I'm going to let you guys really drive this one out. But Borderlands celebrates its 10th anniversary. With that being said, we have Halloween right around the corner, and there's a lot of fun stuff coming from an event perspective with Borderlands 3. And with that being said, I'm going to turn this one over to you guys if you want to chat about this. There's content coming out from October 1st all the way to November 4th. Why don't you share some details, folks?
Yeah, so it's 5 weeks of events. They're doing an event a week through the beginning of November, culminating with a Halloween type thing, which has some rumors of some like zombie stuff, coming. Probably reminiscent of the DLC for Borderlands 2. But this is kind of neat. Nothing big really. It's not like DLC, but it's more of like just getting players who are playing more engaged. So this first week has been increased drop rates for specific legendary. So if you're looking for a specific gun or item for a build, they're kind of telling you where you can get that and how you can get it. And so people have been just playing and hunting. I know our one buddy has been farming for like days trying to get the Doom shotgun and still waiting to get it. It's kind of sad, actually.
The Doom shotgun?
Yeah, they have a shotgun called the Hellwalker or something, and it's based on Doom.
Pretty sure I got it.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't have it. Oh, all right. Well, Trey's gonna be mad at you. But anyway,
send it to him at home.
So for the next couple weeks, there's gonna be increased things like that, and then like I said, week 5 is at the end of October through early November, and a Halloween type thing. So pretty cool. Just mixing it up for players. They're doing a good job of just constant updates in real time since release. I mean, the game's only been out a couple weeks, and they've already done quite a lot to it. So pretty neat.
Yeah, man, I'm playing the heck out of this game. I have been farming. Like yesterday, I think I did 3 hours, kill the same guy.
Jesus,
probably.
Dude.
I'm not even joking. I probably killed him 150 times.
What are you trying to get?
Whatever. I'm not. Actually,
it's just fun seeing what you get, right? It's like a lottery.
There's times. It's Gigamind. If you guys want to go to him, he's in Meridian Metroplex. Very, very easy to farm, and he'll drop a legendary pretty much every time. Sometimes 2 or 3. Easy peasy. I got a SMG that I've been waiting for. Now I'm just farming the hell out of them again.
Nice. We need to just do some farming together.
Let's do it. Do it. Nothing.
Why do I? Because they have like effects that you don't know when you get it. Like
right.
You have to use it, and then it depends on the build and what you're doing with your character and how it fits. So, and then the nice thing about this game is that you can send items limitlessly to friends. So I've sent Dan a bunch of stuff and other people, if I get like a gun where it's a rare legendary, but I'm never going to use it, I'll just send it to somebody rather than sell it. So everyone's like sending stuff back and forth to each other. It's fun.
Very cool.
You sent me the poop skin yesterday.
I did.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
The poop skin.
Did the shit.
Nice. Well, cool. If you're a Borderlands 3 person, this stuff is free, so definitely take a look at it. It should be a lot of fun. Like I said, a lot of stuff leading up to Halloween, and Borderlands, if it's one thing they do, is they do all these events, really fun, Christmas, Halloween, all that kind of stuff. It's always a blast to kind of check out, so take a look at it. Really quick, this is just another rumor / whatever it is, but the Fallout Legacy Collection, and this is literally every Fallout game with the exception of 76, was somewhat leaked on an Amazon site. Is showing literally all this information. This is for PC, so we don't talk too much about PC, but if this is coming out on PC, it could potentially lead on to consoles. And it was leaked for $39.99 in euros, which comes out to roughly $45, $44, depending on what the translation rate is right now. But this could be cool for gamers. I don't even know if you guys have anything to comment on this. I've really fallen off of Fallout after Fallout 76 and some of the games that have come out for it, but anything you guys want to say on this one?
Yeah, I would pre-order it, but without 76, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
No.
That's the game breaker right there.
They've already had this collection multiple times. I have the damn atomic bomb thing with all the Fallout sitting here somewhere in my game room. So
I was about to say they had that atomic bomb one.
Yeah, and that's cool because for me it's a prop, right? But they've had this collection multiple times. Some of these games, I mean, this is over 20 years old now. Yeah, nothing really to write home about here.
Dan, anything from you on this one?
Just move on,
buddy. Huh? All right. Next one is just a nice bonus news for you. So if you are not a Game Pass subscriber today and you do go for the Game Pass subscription, they are offering Spotify for 6 months for free. Once again, this is for new subscribers. If you are an existing subscriber, unfortunately not Spotify available for you. So definitely take a look at that. Not really anything to comment on it. I mean, all of us listen to music and everything. I'm a big Spotify person, but some people aren't. It's just streaming for music, and it's pretty much anything you want. But cool little bonus there. One thing that is a big deal that has come out this week is crossplay is now open for business for Sony PlayStation in 2019. So kind of weird to even mention where we are in gaming today, but crossplay is now open even though they've selectively chosen games that were available via crossplay for PC, which is strange, but good for gaming. I think at the end of the day we can say it's good for gaming, and that's to come.
Yeah, no, this is really good. In fact, we were playing pub last night, and they were talking about the crossplay with PlayStation now. But what's really weird about this is, so Layden is the one who was pushing kind of crossplay and the future thinking for PlayStation. He steps down, gets let go, whatever happened, and then the same week they cut PS Now price in half and say crossplay is open to all developers. So it's just a very weird week for Sony, and I don't really know what's going on. This is good news for us, of course, but it's just strange timing for sure.
I mean, this is only good. Yeah, like you said, it's good for us.
Yeah, it's good for gamers.
I want to see some more. I mean, Call of Duty obviously is going to have it.
Oh yeah.
Now PUBG does. I mean, it's just, this is a no-brainer. I mean, because it doesn't hurt you. People are going to be playing on what they play on. That's not going to make a big difference. And now that they know that they can play with people on Xbox and PlayStation, it's going to make even,
better upgrade that DualShock.
Yeah, we got a video if you'd like to check it out.
Yeah. Better controllers to try and compete.
That's damn right. All right, cool.
Moving on, yeah, I think it's something we've all wanted for a while. We've seen like some games like Rocket League and stuff like that. You can play with people from different consoles. It's kind of weird that in 2019 this is just becoming like a big deal. I wish this was more prominent in this generation earlier, like maybe 2016 or something. It would have been cool for this to happen a long time ago. Yeah, so long ago. Anyways, other big news this week, which I think is really big, is Overwatch coming out on the Switch will not have Amiibo support. So big heartbreak there.
What did you say?
I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. I'm really heartbroken about it.
What?
So
pause the podcast. I'm going to cancel my pre-order real quick.
Oh.
Anyways,
I just hit my elbow so hard on this chair. It hurts so bad right now. I hope you guys have
That's our news this week, folks. We're going to close out the news.
Sunglasses.
And let's get to a great listener question that we had this week. And this was actually a pretty fun one. I know Dan's going to be heartbroken for a while.
What?
Maybe in my suitcase I'll bring my Amiibo collection and we can like have like a war on the table or something.
So Dan went to throw his sunglasses and hit the chair and has injured himself. So Dan may be on IR for a couple of weeks.
That's it.
Oh, wow.
I'm in trouble.
All right, moving along from our news this week, guys. We got a great listener question. It's got us all thinking pretty hard. I so much to the point that I have had to think about this a little too hard. But the question was, if you could have any developer develop any superhero game, who would it be and what superhero would you want the game to be made from? So I'm happy to go first if you guys are still thinking about it, but Ains, did you have someone already in mind? Or?
Yeah, I've got an interesting one, so I don't care who goes first.
Okay. Go ahead. I'll go first.
So let's see what you guys think about this one. So for me, one of my favorite superhero, he's not even really a superhero, but is Punisher. Always loved Punisher. I just love the aspect of a guy just going out and kicking ass criminals and getting revenge generally. So I was thinking, what if Hangar 13 in Mafia 3 or upcoming 4 style did a Punisher game where you went around New York and different boroughs basically and had to take down different crime bosses and their organizations, and it had just the ability to be Punisher and have a huge arsenal and have upgradable elements to your skills. So kind of like a cross between Mafia 3 and like a Ubisoft game where it's kind of a world and you have objectives, but you can upgrade skills and just have a huge arsenal of weaponry and decent combat. And I don't know, I thought that would be cool. Kind of culminating in like the head boss at the end, the top of the organization, whatever it would be.
John Travolta would be the final boss.
Perfect. Sold.
So, but yeah, I love Punisher. I think
I like
it would be cool. I think that's something that would pretty easily fit in modern day games because you could just, there's a lot of mechanics in games like Division and other games where you could kind of translate that over to Punisher's world.
Yeah, do you remember the Punisher game back on PlayStation 2 by chance?
Yeah, I do.
Can you
It's
stream
actually
that on
pretty
PlayStation
fun.
now?
I mean, it wasn't perfect, but
That's an interesting point, actually. Yeah. PlayStation Now. But yeah, anyway, I thought that would be cool. The other one I would like to see is something with Hellboy, but I couldn't really think what I would want to see with Hellboy, so I'd have to think about that.
Yep, that's a great one too. Dan, how about yourself? What have you been throwing around?
Had we got this question earlier, I would have had more time to think about it. But
Damn it.
this is all on Ains. Okay, so most of the time, I would normally say, and I was telling you guys this earlier, that I would just go with Rockstar to produce pretty much any game, and then just bet on them to be, good. But thinking about it, I really can't put together something that I'd like to see with this character. So I would like to see a very good Spawn game, maybe done by like Guerrilla. Maybe in that what is that engine they use?
Decima.
The Decima engine. Yeah, just something. But
please don't be delivering packages.
Not delivering packages. Okay. Hopefully. But I don't know. I wonder how that engine would work in a city, Or I think they would do a great job, like in like a underworld kind of hellscape kind of thing, if that's what they wanted to do. A part of it. But it would be, and then just in the city at one point. I don't know. It's tough. I'd love to see a Spawn game. He's one of my favorite characters. I love that stuff. I still got all the #1 issues of Spawn, like 3 different variations of him. So it's one of my favorite characters of all time. So I could see them doing something with it. I just don't know exactly what. But short of that, Rockstar could probably do something awesome too.
Or CD Projekt Red even.
But I think it's just not big enough for something like that, you know what I mean? That's why I'm struggling with having Rockstar do something like that. But I like to see that too. There's a lot of games I'd actually like to see.
Yep. So I got a few for you, and I'll rattle them off relatively quick, but I'm about to blow y'all's mind.
Oh, geez.
So here we go.
Robin.
So first of all, if I Robin, I'd like to have just one of
Robin
just
by Nintendo.
The Teen Titans by Nintendo. Anyways.
Perfect.
All right, so the easy default one would be like doing Moon Knight with Rocksteady and have him just simply do a super dark story with Moon Knight. I'm a big Moon Knight fan, so he would be cool. If I was to do something kind of crazy here, I'd have Sucker Punch do a Green Lantern game because of the way they did lighting in Infamous Second Son and Last Light, and then they could use all the lanterns from the different courts around just the different universe, and that would be really cool for them to do that, and they do a really good job with power, so that'd be really nice. And then a weird one would be Giant Squid making a Aquaman game. Now, Aquaman, known as kind of like a ridiculous superhero, but if done right, he could have a really cool game underwater, just a whole bunch of different stuff going on there, and have a really big budget. Now, they did obviously Abuzu or Abzu, whatever you want to say, and that game is really cool for making you feel you're in the water and just do cool things. But the one that is just totally out of nowhere, and that I was thinking about when I thought about it hard, is to do like an enemy game with like just a super villain, and I would choose Darkseid here, and have Monolith create the game, and then have them go as dark as possible, and just have a whole bunch of just bad shit going on. After playing Condemned and the Fear games that they did back in the day, I'd like to see, I'm tired of all the superhero stuff that's out this day. Let's do some super villain crap, and then just have him destroy all the Justice League little by little, with Superman being the final boss. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love Monolith. I think me and Ains love Monolith.
Yeah,
as well,
Monolith's amazing. In that vein, who would work well with Arcane? Dishonored and Prey. They have a very good game system. And what hero or villain would work well with that? I wonder.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
I don't know.
That's something to think about.
Punisher
Got
or
me thinking
Daredevil or
hard now.
something like that would work. You'd almost have to be like a first
Daredevil.
person, though.
Daredevil would be cool.
Daredevil.
Yeah.
Gosh, that would be good.
Because he's obviously he's blind, so you'd have to use all the the arcane like powers where you would use like echolocation and stuff. That would be kind of cool.
I think just to cap us off here, I think that we're going to see a lot of this stuff in the coming years with Spider-Man's success. Avengers is going to be huge. We know how big the movies are. We've talked about it. I see next gen as where superhero games start coming back and being big budget For sure.
Avengers should do some stuff for that too, even though we don't really know what that game's going to be like, but we'll see.
We will see.
Anyways, thanks for the question. A lot of fun. Got us really thinking about it and kind of had me jumping into superhero fun like crazy. I think it needs an overhaul, but, you know, too much superhero crap these days.
Amen.
Anyways, let's jump over to what we're playing. So, Dan, why don't you kick us off? What are you playing this week, or what have you been into?
A lot of farming, Borderlands. Been playing Link's Awakening. Just kind of pacing myself on that one because I know it's not super long. And then I played Sayonara Wild Hearts, and I have no idea how to describe this game. So I'm going to just tell you to go buy it, preferably on probably the PlayStation. I don't think the graphics are going to be that big of a difference. You can play it on the Switch, but I would definitely play it in dock mode because it is a very fast-moving at times, kind of collecting, kind of on the rails. Sometimes you're playing like a game like you're driving a car. Sometimes you're in a motorcycle. Sometimes you're flying through the air and you're collecting. It sounds weird, and it incorporates all this music as you're playing. And you're fighting enemies, kind of. It's so hard to explain. It's like 5 different games in one, and it's only like 2 hours long. It's not very long. I think it's $12.99 on the Switch. So probably the same thing on the PlayStation.
It's getting rave reviews.
It's super good. I was going to write a review for the site, but I just don't know how the hell I do it. 'Cause I have no idea what I play.
Buy this and play it.
Yeah, that would be it. It'd be like, you just play this game, and you'll get this experience. Like, I think that even the older gamers have never really had. It's a lot of different games kind of rolled up into one, but not like any of them. So it's so hard to explain, and like I said, it's a really quick 2-hour deal. And
I would say watch the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even that doesn't really give you as good an insight as you would think, because it kind of just shows some of the first parts of the game. I mean, there's a part where you're in like a VR headset, and it's almost like an old Pac-Man game. It's the weirdest thing I've ever played. But
good.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, super fun.
Cool. How about you, Ains?
I am playing the same thing I've been playing for 4 weeks. So I don't have a whole lot to add here. I'm playing Gears and doing a lot of competitive on that. Just trying to finish medals, unlock new characters and stuff, which is fun. And then Borderlands. Just a lot of Borderlands. Started my 3rd character. We did some co-op this week, which is an absolute blast, man. Doing the trials and the slaughterhouse with 4 people. If you haven't done that yet, find some people and do it, or just use the matchmaking in the game because it is hilariously fun. And it's just been a blast. I love it.
Cool. Well, I have some great news to announce after railing on not being able to play this game for a long time. I finally tried Metro Exodus on my new Xbox One X, and I am mind blown by that game. It is absolutely fantastic. If you have not played this game, stick with it just to kind of see what happens. The game opens up in a very weird, icy terrain. Let me just tell you, that is not the game. The way the game opens up and the story and the gameplay and everything has just been awesome. I love this game, but I'm a big Metro fan to start with. So if you're not a Metro fan, I think still check this game out because it is not in the typical vein of the past, tunnel-type Metro games where everything is taking place underground somewhere. That is not what happens here. Finish Control.
Sorry, Bert, I was going to say, sounds like I need to go back to it because I was still in the icy part when I played it. I got that glitch where my partner wouldn't move and I couldn't advance the story, and I just said, all right, this is wasting my time. But I haven't gone back to it.
You have to check it out. Yeah, I would definitely. That might be something we check out together when I'm up there next week or something. I don't know.
Okay.
And the other thing is, from a technical perspective, I wasn't the only one that was having these issues, which is really strange. If you go to the Reddit for the game, tons of people are having problems, and then other people don't see anything. And so playing between 2 different Xboxes, I don't know what happened. Maybe my old X was just tired or something. I don't know, but It runs just amazing. I've had one glitch where one of the ghouls came through a wall, which I was having before, but I haven't had any hiccups, no restarts, no dashboarding. It's been great.
No roaches?
No roaches,
Okay.
even though there is roaches in the game. But it's weird because it looks absolutely beautiful in some areas. So anyways, I'll share some of that stuff later. Finished Control, got 1,000 gamer score on that one. Fantastic game. Nice. If you guys want to try that one out eventually, give it a try. It's a lot of fun. And then we went back to Apex Season 3 this week, which was kind of fun to see the new map. That is definitely a refresh that was needed. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. And then we also tried, I guess, Season 4 for PUBG, which is cool to play the cross-play stuff. So fun to check out some multiplayer while mixing in for some single player as well.
I'll just put out there that PUBG does not feel like Borderlands.
No.
It's a little different.
Yeah. Probably.
It's funny because after playing Metro, where everything's very slow, methodical, and you're like this heavy type character, and you jump to Apex, and I felt like I was moving at 1,000 miles an hour.
So Borderlands 3 feels like Apex. It's very smooth, very fast. You can jump and shoot and all over the place very easily. So yeah, going back to Pub was like, holy crap, this is different.
Yeah, what is happening? Even though it runs really well now, which is funny.
Yeah, it's smooth. It's just a very different gameplay style.
All right, and with that being said, I'm going to turn over our favorite section of this podcast, Name That Game, over to Ains. And boom, I'm here on this Name That Game.
No,
what you got for us?
I don't have the bunny here this week, so.
Oh, crap.
All right, I think this one, easily gettable, so we'll see how this goes.
Easily gettable.
Gettable.
All right.
Yeah, new word for you today.
Nice.
All right, starting off here. This game was released in Japan late 2006 and the rest of the world in August of 2007 for the Xbox 360.
2006, you said?
In Japan, 2007 everywhere else.
Okay, and am I going first this time? I think I am, right?
Yes, Bert's first.
Okay. I'm going to go with Lost Odyssey.
Considered a classic, but no, that's not. It's one of those like 360 gems, right? Yeah.
Oh, I love that game. I've played it all the way through twice.
Yeah. What you got?
I'm trying to think of what the hell would be released in Japan for the 360.
I got a clue. Throwing down a clue request, which could help you out, Dan.
Go ahead.
Is this an RPG?
Yes.
Shit.
Okay.
Go with my guess. 360, 2006? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Crap. Dynasty Warriors 3.
Dynasty Warriors.
I'm just throwing something out. I'm trying to
Jesus.
think. Jesus.
All right. This game was published by Microsoft Game Studios, so first party, and it was the first 360 game to be on multiple discs. It was 3 discs.
Holy shit.
I'm sure you're not talking about Lost Odyssey.
Yes, I'm sure.
I don't even know where I'm at here. Is that it? No? Blue Dragon?
Was Lost Odyssey published by Microsoft? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was.
Mm.
Let me actually look.
Okay. Sorry, Dan, your guess.
Blue Dragon?
Shit, it is Blue Dragon. Done.
That was my next guess.
See, I knew it was
That
going to
my
be too
next
easy.
guess.
Damn it.
That's the only one I could think of.
I know. Damn it. I tried to make the clues a little more vague, but no, it didn't help. All right. All right, that's it.
That was
Nice.
really it. Huh?
Yeah, that was it. Sorry, guys. That was anticlimactic.
Currently showing my Blue Dragon game here. And, yep, it is
That's
3
fun.
discs.
I didn't know it was 3 discs.
Loved it.
You know why?
I was hoping that would throw people
digitally.
off, but
That's the problem. It's really 3
Just so people are aware, Microsoft Game Studios at the bottom. This was, I'm about to nerd out here, but this was Microsoft's attempt to get more of the Japanese people to buy an Xbox 360.
it was. It was bundled with the 360 in Japan, and it was one of 2 games. I've got all these clues here. It's one of 2 games that were an agreement with Mistwalker Studios to publish on the 360. And Sakaguchi, the famous director of the first 5 Final Fantasy games, he wrote the story and even one of the tracks for the soundtrack.
Nice.
And what was the art style inspired on, Ains? What was the art style?
Anime and manga.
Nice.
That would be Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, Dragon Ball Z, yeah.
People.
So a couple of my other clues,
Dragon
just
Ball.
so here. Many high-profile people were involved in the development, including leaders from Final Fantasy, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Quest. And here's my favorite clue we didn't even get to. The game was
Toriyama.
considered a traditional RPG, but featured many modern elements such as charge and surprise attacks, along with a signature shadow skill that could be assigned to the classes, like similar to Dragon Quest XI, but 13 years ago.
Nice.
Yep.
Blue
Fun game.
Dragon.
Fun game. Got it. Love it. Played it.
Yeah, sorry, it was too.
Anyways.
I wasn't lying. I said I think this one may be too easy, but damn it. All right, next time I'm going into the damn
No.
history books. You guys are in trouble next
I'm going
time.
down the rabbit hole. Nice.
That's a deep one. Don't do it.
Anyway,
All right. Well, good guessing, Dan. First of all, I'm surprised you went with a Japanese type game like Blue Dragon. Like it.
I mean, come on. That's what I live and love.
That's my bread
and,
and
then,
butter.
and then Dan, good guess. Good
Yeah.
guess.
That's the only one I could think of. I really didn't know it was 3 discs. I was just trying to think of RPG. You know what helped me? Your clue. Yeah.
Yeah, I was warm though. I was really warm. with
Yeah, Lost
Odyssey.
Odyssey. I figured you guys would guess that because that's the more well-known one. But I was hoping we could last a little bit with Blue Dragon. I should have used Infinite on Discovery because that one's a little rare. But
Yeah, that's what she said. Lasting with the dragon. Anyways, we're gonna be closing
Chelsea, I
out our
wish it could last a
Bitcast
little
with
longer.
that. So we're gonna be closing out our Bitcast for this week.
Yay.
In fun news, I will be present at our home studio in Kansas next
finally,
week.
Jesus.
We got a few fun things set up for you. We'll be hanging out, shooting some fun video here and there. And that'll be published still on Monday. I think we're still aiming for Monday if I can edit that fast to get back. So we'll have that for you. I do have a video coming for you, and just to let you guys know, it's not really a secret anymore. It is for the Satisfy Nintendo Switch grip, and the reason I was delaying on this one is because I didn't know if I was going to pick up a Switch Lite this week, and I would have both of the new Satisfy grip and the original Satisfy grip. I ended up buying the red box Nintendo Switch, so I will just be doing it on this one Nintendo Switch. So that should be out on Wednesday. There's no delays here anymore. We'll be picking that one up. Anything coming from you guys? Anything publishing, coming out, articles, videos?
I am working on the next video in the series I started. I just takes a lot of research, so kind of didn't have enough time this week to put that together, but should be coming soon. And then I was just going to mention that with you here next week, if we have a lot of listeners, if you don't typically watch us on YouTube, it may be fun to watch next week's episode because we'll all be in the same room together. It'll be I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it'll be fun.
Bert's not going to be wearing a shirt, so get ready.
Nips out.
Yep.
Really nice nipples. Let me just warm you guys up. A really nice one.
They glow. Little known fact.
Yeah. Wait till we get to the barbecue joint. It's going to be insane.
Barbecue sauce
Wait.
on the.
We've gone off
Alright,
the rails
yeah.
here. Off the
Yeah,
rails.
we have.
Yeah. All right.
Anyways, thanks for listening to us like you always do. Whether you're video watching or listening to the podcast on your way to work, hopefully your day at work is fantastic. Have a great work week. We'll see you guys next week.